Back to Bajetto Kyodai, everybody. Today we're gonna talk about cards, the new release cards from BT05. We'll be running through at least 10 cards today, so stick with us as we go through the cards one by one. Alright, and for those who have not yet, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Alright, on our list, we're gonna talk about WaruMonzaemon, very much needed card in black, a 5-2 ultimate. Comparatively with the other colors, previously from BT1, we had Guilmon, Monzaemon, Sirenmon for red, blue, yellow. Then after that, BT3, we saw Shoutmon for purple. And then green came out with Sakuyamon in BT04. So from BT01 up to BT04, black has no vanilla ultimates. And on top of that, no Digimon that can go into ultimates at the cost of 2. WaruMonzaemon is the first one. Very much needed in black. Definitely would speed up deck build, black color decks in the post BT05. We look forward to seeing more black cards from BT05. More love for them. It's about time. Their era has to come already. So we're going to talk about Guilmon and BlackGrowlmon. Guilmon from red migrated to purple, and Growlmon was red. He went to yellow, and now he also finds himself in purple as the black version. So with Guilmon, with BlackGrowlmon, and then with Chaos Dukemon, we hope we definitely see a level 5 or an ultimate for WaruMonzaemon in purple as well. So first of all, we'll touch into Guilmon. Guilmon is basically when he dies, he grants 1 memory, comparable to Sakuyamon, where Sakuyamon is an ESS. Also, when he dies, he grants 1 memory. That's the difference. One is an ESS, whereas one is on his own. Guilmon, you can run him with Nisei Argomon. After he grants the memory, you can use Nisei Argomon to add him back to your hand from your trash, and then push him out to die again to gain that 1 memory. So currently, up to date, we have seen 3 units for purple, level 3 that has effect when they die. You have Guilmon, which grants memory. You have Tapirmon, which draws 1. And then you have Immon that discard 3 cards from the top of your deck. So depending on what build you want to go for, these 3 are really, really good options. On top of that, Guilmon can be comboed with Deathclaw from the starter deck. Deathclaw skill is for a measly cost of 1, destroy one of your own and destroy one of the opponent level 4. Combo it with Guilmon, Deathclaw essentially becomes 0 cost, free cost for a destruction of a level 4, generally a blocker. Then we have BlackGrowlmon. So BlackGrowlmon is when something dies, as an ESS, he grants an extra security check. So that's comparable with Greymon from the first starter deck and WaruGarurumon from the second starter deck. However, WaruGarurumon requires a Digimon on your opponent field with no evolution source, and BlackGrowlmon requires you to sack something from your field. Best to combo BlackGrowlmon would definitely be WaruGarurumon from the BT02. So if you have BlackGrowlmon and you have WaruGarurumon as the ESS, your level 6 can be anything that you want to play. By attacking, WaruGarurumon skill would let you destroy one card from your field to restand the level 6, and BlackGrowlmon, by the effect of WaruGarurumon, automatically gives you extra security check. So you restand and you get an extra security check. Really, really good. We go into red color first. We have 2 cards that we're going to talk about in red. We're going to talk about Shoutmon DX, and we're going to talk about ZekeGreymon. So first of all, let us talk about ZekeGreymon first. Before we go into Shoutmon DX. So ZekeGreymon, first we are introduced to a new keyword called Blitz. So Blitz is basically, after evolving into this unit, if the memory cost goes to your opponent's side, you can still initiate an attack by the effect of Blitz. Does it sound familiar with what we have so far? Yes, it does. It is comparable to Chaosmon from BT04. Okay? And then ZekeGreymon's ESS skill basically turns it into Chaosmon, because the ESS skill allows you to attack any active Digimon. NANI? Go into Shoutmon DX. So it's first level 6 that we have seen so far that can evolve from a level 6 at the cost of 2. So it's probably like, you can call it like a transition form or something like that. Then its effect is, first of all, Blitz, which is the same as ZekeGreymon. And then the next effect is when you digivolve into him, by placing either an Omega Shoutmon, which we are still waiting for it to come out, and a ZekeGreymon, you choose a Digimon or a Digimon with 5k DP and destroy it. So it essentially is like a weaker version of Alter S, Omegamon Alter S. And then if you compare Shoutmon DX, which has Blitz, and if you combo it with ZekeGreymon, whereby his ESS grants you to attack any Digimon, any active Digimon, basically Shoutmon DX becomes a Chaosmon with ZekeGreymon as his ESS. So it's sort of like a Chaosmon and a combination of Alter S. We go into the first blue rare card. We have seen MetalGarurumon. So its effect is that when evolving into him, you choose one Digimon on your opponent field with the on deletion effect and bounce it back to their hand. So it seems more specific this time, because generally on blue, bouncing normally would target specific level, but this time they're targeting very specific effect. So perhaps this could spell something for the direction blue is going to take in BT05 onwards. We're really looking forward to seeing what blue can do with bouncing. And the one thing we must mention, Rip Purple, because they have so many Digimon that basically has on deletion effect. But we feel that the unit that will be hit the hardest by this effect is actually Millenniumon from BT02. Next, MetalGarurumon ESS grants him, when attacking, gain 1 memory. Seems rather basic, but we'll see what blue comes up with. Maybe this will be able to combo with something similar to Shoutmon DX, whereby maybe blue would have something where you digivolve into it and then you can choose a card and put it into the ESS or something like that. We hope to see something like that so that blue becomes stronger as we go. Waifu is out, ladies and gentlemen, for yellow. We've been hyping her for a very long time with the appearance of MetalGarurumon and Guilmon previously. Finally, Sakuyamon joins Digimon TCG, and with brilliant effect. When your opponent push out any Digimon from the hatching zone, it gains security check -3. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, -3. So how is this good for yellow? Basically, decks like Alphorse, decks like Ragnarlord, and potentially stuff like Imperial Dramon suffers, because those decks would generally evolve from the hatching zone, and when it's time to go, then only they push up into the battle area. With Sakuyamon's effect, rip those bills. Right, then as its second effect is all your opponent's security Digimon lose 3k power, which means that the only Digimon that can destroy Sakuyamon from the security is the Omegas and Ragnarlord, because Ragnarlord at 14k would be reduced to 11, whereby Sakuyamon will die. Omegamon from 15 will go down to 12 only. Stuff like Millenniumon, you're 13k, you only go down to 10. Sakuyamon survives the battle. So besides that, Sakuyamon from the security minusing power, nothing can stop Sakuyamon except, like I said, the Omegas and Ragnarlord. Looking forward to see more supports for yellow in BT05. Finally, waifu is out. Oh my. Argomon, ladies and gentlemen. Argomon. Whew. Download Digivolve. -2 cost. First effect, very straightforward. But my, the second effect. Goodbye Shine. Goodbye Hybrid. Goodbye any tamers who has to rest to grant additional memory. Goodbye all of them. When you digivolve into Argomon, you rest all tamers, and during both players' turn, those rested tamers can no longer reactive themselves. How sad for those tamers. Besides the tamers we have seen so far who has to rest themselves to gain memory, there's only 3 tamers which can still grant memory at this point without resting themselves. We are looking at the second starter deck, Matt, BT03 Joe, and BT02 Hikari. Only those 3 cards still can give memory without resting themselves. Besides that, everything else, bye-bye. So sad. What a sad day for those going up against green. So, bye-bye Shine, and bye-bye Alphorse. Ladies and gentlemen, MetalGarurumon for Black. Black finally gets the love it deserves. MetalGarurumon gets a reboot, beautifully well done, and its second effect, Digiburst 2. You choose a Digimon with 6 costs or less, destroy it, or if you have nothing to destroy, minus your opponent's security. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful card for Black. Finally, such an offensive card. Really welcome in Black. I look forward to it. But of course, with the MetalGarurumon being Black, we anticipate to see WaruMonzaemon or Black WaruMonzaemon going into purple because of the next card we're going to talk about. Omegamon Zwart, the second level 7 for purple besides Millenniumon. Much needed card for purple. Not to mention, it's the first Omegamon we're going to see from BT05. We have at least 2 more to go. We have Zwart the Feet, and we have another version of Omegamon from the BT01. And of course, let's take a moment and admire the beauty of the card. What a well-designed card. So beautiful. Omegamon Zwart, as we see with the release of MetalGarurumon, Black WaruMonzaemon definitely into a purple Digimon. So that's for sure. Now let's go into Omegamon Zwart's effect. So when going into Omegamon, you discard the top 3 cards of your deck, and you get to play from your trash purple or black 2 cards. 2 cards, ladies and gentlemen, with play cost of 8 or less. That's right. For purple, I'm looking at you Chimeramon. For black, I'm looking at you Informon. When play Chimeramon, you destroy one of your own, you destroy one of the opponent. When you go into Informon, you choose one of your opponent units and they digivolve. 2 very good units, but first, you better make sure they're in the trash. Right, then we have Zwart's second ability, where when he attacks by returning 1 level 6, similar with all Omegas, returning 1 level 6 into your hand, you get to choose one of your opponent's active Digimon, and it must have a play cost of 12 or lower, and destroy it. So does that sound familiar to you? Because it definitely does. It should. It's basic. The skill is a combination of both Trump Sword and Genocide Attack. Whereas its on Digivolve ability is a buff version of Nail Bone. So, with that being said, could this be a trend we are seeing in Omega? Like, for example, the first Omega in BT01, it was a combination of Gaia Force and the starter deck MetalGarurumon. With this, probably we can speculate what the Omegamon from BT05 effect could be. I mean, looking at MetalGarurumon, perhaps we'll get something like gaining memory effect from Omegamon, maybe. Or perhaps we're going to see something that bounces cards back to your opponent hand. We can only speculate as we wait for more release. But anyway, we hope to see more love and more OP arts for Omegamon. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As we reach the end of the video, we hope you enjoy it and is as hyped as us with new cards releasing for BT05. Thank you very much, and please do spread the love for Digimon, and remember to like, share, and subscribe our video. I'll see you next time when we see more BT05 cards. Bye!